The galaxy believed one truth. No one challenged the Nigma Empire and lived. For centuries, the Empire expanded without resistance. Their fleets burned worlds. Their soldiers crushed rebellions. Entire species learned to bow before the Nigma flag. Humans watched from a distance. They stayed quiet. They stayed small. They stayed ignored. That silence confused the galaxy. When the Nigma Empire moved its war fleet toward the edge of human space, no one expected resistance. The Empire destroyed outposts, seized trade routes, and claimed the region as its own. Then the warning arrived. Every Nigma command ship received the same message at the same time. No encryption, no threat tone, just calm words. This is humanity. Withdraw immediately. Do not challenge us. The Nigma officers laughed. Humans had no reputation, no legendary battles, no fear attached to their name. The High Admiral called the message an insult. Silence does not mean strength, he said. Humans are afraid. The fleet continued forward. But inside human territory, calm replaced silence. Commanders across Earth and its colonies received a single order. No speeches. No debate. Activate everything. Hidden shipyards opened. Long dormant fleets powered on. Massive warships, built in secret and refined over decades, began to move. Humans did not rush. They did not panic. They had planned for this moment. The warning was not sent to negotiate. It was sent to give the enemy one chance. As the Nigma fleet crossed the final boundary, human sensors tracked every ship. Target locks formed. Ancient protocols awakened. The galaxy had misunderstood humanity's silence. Humans were not weak. They were patient. And when patience ended, they did not fight for survival. They fought to make an example. The warning had been clear. Do not challenge humans. The Nigma Empire crossed the boundary with confidence. Their war fleet filled the stars, thousands of ships moving in perfect formation. Nigma commanders believed numbers alone would break human resistance. They had crushed stronger enemies before. Humans remained silent. That silence made the Nigma High Admiral smile. He ordered the fleet to advance deeper into human space. Probes were launched. Weapons were armed. The invasion had begun. Then space changed. Human sensors activated across the system. Massive energy readings appeared without warning. Objects that were once hidden inside asteroid fields, deep space shadows, and empty voids began to move. The Nigma screens filled with unknown signatures. Too many, too large. Human warships emerged slowly, deliberately. They were not fast. They did not rush. Each ship was enormous, armored and silent, like a wall moving through space. Nigma officers stopped laughing. These were not patrol ships. They were not defense platforms. They were execution fleets. The human ships formed a straight line between the Empire and Earth. No attempt to surround. No attempt to intimidate. Just a line. A second human message arrived. You have crossed the boundary. This is your final chance to withdraw. The Nigma High Admiral hesitated for the first time in his long career. His advisors argued. Some urged retreat. Others demanded attack. Pride won. Fire, he ordered. The Nigma fleet launched everything at once. Missiles, plasma beams, energy lances. Enough firepower to erase a planet. The human line did not break. Energy shields absorbed the storm. Not one human ship moved. Not one formation collapsed. Then the human fleet responded, not with chaos, with precision. Single shots fired. Each strike targeted command ships, power cores, and fleet leaders. Nigma vessels vanished in silent explosions, one after another. The galaxy watched in shock. Humanity had not come to fight a battle. They had come to enforce a rule. And the rule was simple. Cross the line, and you disappear. Panic spread through the Nigma fleet. Command ships burned. Communication channels collapsed. Orders contradicted each other as human fire struck with cold accuracy. The Empire had never faced an enemy that fought like this. Humans did not chase. They did not roar. They removed targets. Every human shot mattered. Nigma cruisers tried to retreat, but space itself seemed against them. Human gravity traps activated. locking entire formations in place. Engines screamed. Power systems failed. Escape became impossible. The Nigma High Admiral watched his fleet fall apart. He demanded reinforcements from nearby systems. The signal went out. The answer came back in silence. Human fleets were already there. Across Nigma-controlled space, hidden human task forces revealed themselves. They did not attack planets. They did not bomb civilians. They cut supply lines. They seized jump gates. They isolated the Empire. For the first time in centuries, the Nigma Empire was blind. Back at the front line, the human fleet advanced. Slowly, calmly, like a closing door. A third human message arrived. This conflict will end when you stop resisting. The Nigma High Admiral ordered a desperate charge. Dozens of warships rushed forward, weapons overheating, crews shouting in fear and rage. They never reached the human line. Defense cannons activated. Space flashed white. When the light faded, nothing remained. No debris, no wreckage, no survivors. The galaxy realized the truth. Human weapons were designed not to destroy ships, but to erase them. Inside the human command ships, officers remained focused. No cheers, no celebration. This was not revenge. This was policy. The Nigma Empire had ignored the warning. Now it was paying the price. As the last Nigma command ship lost power, the High Admiral sent one final message to Earth. It contained only 3 words. We surrender. Humanity did not answer immediately, because surrender was not the end. It was only the beginning of what humans called consequences. The word surrender echoed across the galaxy. No one had ever heard it spoken by the Nigma Empire. For centuries, the Empire accepted only obedience or destruction. Yet now, their greatest fleet floated powerless, surrounded by silent human warships. Humanity finally responded. The message was short. Cease all movement. Power down weapons. Await instructions. The Nigma High Admiral obeyed. Across Nigma space, orders were sent to retreat, stand down, and stop all attacks. Warships disengaged. Garrisons fell silent. Entire sectors froze in fear, unsure if the war was truly over. But humans were not finished. Human envoys appeared at every captured jump gate. Not soldiers, observers. They recorded everything. They mapped Nigma defenses. They counted ships, weapons, and resources. This was not victory. This was assessment. The Nigma ruling council demanded negotiations. They wanted mercy. They wanted terms. Human leaders agreed to talk. The meeting did not take place on Earth. It took place aboard a human warship, one larger than any Nigma capital vessel. Its halls were quiet. Its walls were bare. There were no banners of victory, only control. The Nigma delegates entered in silence. For the first time, they felt small. The human commander spoke calmly. You were warned. You ignored it. This war was avoidable. The Nigma Council begged for forgiveness. They offered territory, tribute, technology, anything to survive. The human response was simple. This is not punishment. This is correction. Humans did not destroy the empire. They reshaped it. Borders were redrawn. Fleets were dismantled. Weapon stockpiles were seized. Nigma expansion was permanently ended. The galaxy understood something new. Humanity did not seek domination. They enforced balance. And anyone who broke that balance would face humans, not as conquerors, but as judges. The galaxy did not relax after the war. It held its breath. Every major power watched the Nigma Empire change overnight. Their fleets were smaller. Their borders were fixed. Their soldiers stood down under human supervision. For the first time, the Empire followed rules it did not create. Humanity made those rules clear. No forced expansion. No attacks on weaker systems. No secret fleets. Human observers remained at key locations. They did not interfere with daily life. They did not rule. They only watched and recorded. The message was obvious. Humans were not leaving. Across the galaxy, leaders began to ask the same question. Why had humans waited so long? The answer became clear as human archives were quietly open to select allies. Humanity had faced extinction many times in its past. Wars, invasions, near total collapse. They learned one lesson above all others. Power must be controlled. Human fleets were not built for conquest. They were built as a final response, used only when warnings failed. Every ship, every weapon, existed to end wars fast and without mercy. The Nigma Empire had forced humanity to act. Other empires took notice. Treaties were rewritten. Invasions were canceled. Fleets changed course mid-jump. The balance of the galaxy shifted, without a single human shot fired. Fear did what diplomacy never could. On Earth, human leaders did not celebrate. They prepared. Shipyards remained active. Sensors stayed alert. Humanity knew something the galaxy did not. There would always be another empire, another challenge, another test. And when that day came, the process would be the same. A warning would be sent. A line would be drawn. A choice would be given. The galaxy finally understood the truth behind the warning. Humans did not promise survival. They offered a chance to avoid destruction. Those who listened lived. Those who did not became lessons written in silence among the stars. Years passed, but the memory never faded. The fall of the Nigma Empire became a turning point in galactic history. It was taught in academies, studied by admirals, and whispered among rulers who once believed themselves untouchable. Humanity did not expand. They did not conquer new worlds. They did not demand tribute. They returned to silence. But it was no longer ignored. Human fleets stayed hidden, their locations unknown. Sensors across the galaxy searched for them, but found nothing. That uncertainty became humanity's greatest weapon. Every empire remembered the same moment, the calm warning, the cross line, the sudden end. A new council formed among the stars, built on agreements rather than fear. Borders were respected. Smaller species traveled without escorts for the first time in centuries. Peace, fragile but real, took hold. Then one day, a distant empire tested it. A minor fleet moved toward protected space. Not an invasion, just a probe. A question. The human response came instantly. The same message. The same words. Withdraw. Do not challenge us. The fleet turned around without argument. No shots were fired. No ships were lost. The lesson had already been learned. On Earth, human commanders watched quietly. They logged the event and returned to routine operations. No celebration. No speeches. This was normal now. Humanity had become something the galaxy never expected. Not rulers. Not heroes. Not monsters. They were the boundary. The final safeguard when all others failed. The warning humanity gave the Nigma Empire became law. Not written in treaties, but burned into memory. A simple truth echoed across the stars. Humans will not chase power. Humans will not seek war. But if challenged, survival is not guaranteed.